Well, hey there. Got kind of a big one here. When it comes to the rig, running dually tires is turning out to be real like a pain in the butt checking the air pressure. And I've probably, since I bought these tires 6 months ago, I've probably checked the air 4 or 5 times. And it's always such a pain because I don't have valve stem extensions. So that's what this video is about. This last time that I went to check the air pressure, I think it took like 45 minutes by the time I was start to finish, popping the hubcaps off. And then I got this long extender. It's like 30 inches. And I got to weasel that in there and get it on the valve. And it lets some air out. And then I can check them and fill them that way. And by the time I get my hand into that inside, and then it's not even that easy because, you know, at dualies, you know, the inside wheel, the valve stem's facing towards you, which is good. And then the outside tire's facing away from you. So getting the extender on it, it's just a pain, man. I'm done with it. So I ordered a kit. And I ordered the cheap stuff on Amazon. I'm just getting some 7-inch extenders for the inside tires and then a little 45-degree angle on the outside tire. Hopefully it'll be much easier because I think it's important to check the tires, the tire pressure in the dually, especially on a motorhome, frequently. It was a big investment to buy the tires, even though they're cheapies. For me, it was a big investment, and I want to keep those things healthy. I don't want them to wear out prematurely. It's really tough to monitor those inside tires, and I've read that they can wear oddly and stuff, and they say keep the tire pressure right, keep them, you know, keep an eye on them. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Is I got the cheap kit. Like I said, I got the 7-inch and all that. So I'm going to try to put these things on, and they've got these little C clamps that you screw onto the rim, into the mag, into the hole. And I just got my doubts that that's even really a good way to do it. They have these rubber inserts that go into the mag, and that makes a lot more sense to me, but those were expensive. So I was like, I'm just gonna go with these. I've seen videos of people using them, so if installed properly, I'm hoping they'll hold. And it's just a couple of words about dualies. They're really a pain. I'm just a little surprised that whoever invented this didn't come up with a little bit better system for this. I'm a little disappointed. I've never really liked them. You know, the bigger motorhomes, they go from dual to the tandem axle, and the tandem to me looks like it'll be a lot easier to deal with. Dualies are a pain, and hopefully putting some valve extenders on there will make life a little easier. And then down the road, I'm going to get some tire pressure monitors that screw on there somehow, and then you can monitor your tire pressure constantly. You know, it sends a Bluetooth signal, and it tells you what your tire pressure is. So to me, there's like a whole, you know, retro that has to happen here, from just having these simple valve stems to having extenders and monitors and everything. And I think that would be pretty slick, and I'll get there eventually. So I'm going to start with these extenders, but I ordered them yesterday, and they're not coming for another few days, so I'm tired of waiting. So let's just time travel right to the job, okay? We're going to skip ahead a few days. This is the magic of science. Here we go. Here's our extenders. Let's take a look at them. These are the cheapies on Amazon. Flexible. These are the 7-inchers. I don't know. This is the part that's really concerning me. This little C-clamp is going to hold this sucker on there while this wheel's turning at high speeds. That's crazy. And then here's these guys. So that's for the outside wheel in the back. I'm going to pick one of these out. So let's head to the job site. See, this is what I don't want to have to do every time I want to check the tires. That's a crazy noise right there. Okay, so what I'm going to attempt to do here is attach that see it? And it's just back there. You know, I gotta reach my hand in there. And it's just awful. My first concern is when I get the extender screwed into the valve stem, it's gotta be tight. So I've also gotta be able to get a wrench on it and give it that quarter turn at least. I don't think hand tight is good enough at all. These wheels, they be spinning, and there's centrifugal force to factor in here. So first I got to get it on there, and it's going to let some air out. Point, I don't know if these are the right length or not. I'm just gonna see if I can get it on there first. Looks like it might be a good fit. I'm just doing this by feel. I can't see what I'm doing. I really can't turn it from there. I may have to move the rig and reorient this. So I can use my right hand more. On like that. I'm going to reorient that so that the valve's more down here, not up in there. Right there. I feel like that's a better location to try this. The thing I don't like about it is it's in between. Okay, now I call these mags. These are mag wheels to me. I've been calling them that since I was a kid. You know, you see a cool car when you're a little kid. Now it's got mag wheels. So, the openings. My valve is in between. It should be where I can get to it. That's been another problem I've been having. It's not just right there. It's in recessed back in here. So if I can, I'm sure the pros, if you have this properly installed, just take this wheel off. I can't do that. I don't have them. That'd be a real pain. Oh man. I got my hand on it, but it's so awkward. Here's what I normally fish in there and screw onto the valve. then this thing comes out far enough for me to check it. And it works. But I'm tired of it. I'm turning it. This is awkward. All I gotta do is get it started. Back this up a little bit. That's a little better. Oh, it's just not. Man, if you got big hands, it's gonna be hard. Boy, just no matter how I get my hands in there, I can't just grab it like I need to. The dark side of dualies. I just can't get my hand on there. I can just get it started. I can't really tell if I'm coming at it at the right angle. I'll pause. Just bunky around with it till I get it on there. Okay, I got it started. Next, I can hear it leaking already. Losing so much air, I can barely turn this thing. Just get my freaking hand in there right. Oh, now my hand's stuck. Oh shoot. My hand's literally stuck between the wheels. Ouch. I'm gonna lose all my damn air. Can't turn it. It's so tight. I'm gonna have a flat tire on my hands here. Gotta find some angle. What I do? This ain't working. This is just stupid. This just reaffirms my belief that whoever invented this and said, yeah, this will be fine, this will work. It's a freaking moron. Man, you gotta take the tire off for this. And I don't want to do that. I can't do that. It was on there pretty good. I had quite a few threads on it. Holy crap. So what do? Do I gotta take this to somebody that can pull the tire on and off? Because I can't do it. I don't have the impact wrench for this pneumatic capacity. I couldn't even jack this thing up, which is silly because if you have a rig, you gotta be able to jack the damn thing. I mean, I do have a bottle jack, but I don't have the jack stands. That ain't gonna happen. And I tried it again, and I lost a lot of air. It's no big deal. I can fill it up again. Another step. I think you got to take the tire off, unless you're lucky enough that the valve is coming right through one of the openings. Mine's offset. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, but that offsetness is making this impossible. Okay, it's a rethinker at this point. Strike one. Well, after sitting thinking about it for a while, here's what I'm going to do. I put a piece of wood down there and my bottle jack, and I'm not putting a lot of weight on it. I'm just kind of supporting it because I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back on. See if I can get a wrench on it first before it hits the pin and starts letting air out. Long as I know, if I can get a wrench on it and even turn it the tiniest amount, then I'll go ahead and let the air come out. I'll just let all the air out doing this. That's why I wanted to put the jack under it, because I don't want, I don't know if it's really that big of a deal that all the weight's on one tire, but I thought just to be cautious, I'll put a jack under there so it's bearing some of the burden. And I'm just going to slowly but surely see if I can get it on there and not be too alarmed at the tire going low. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so I got it started again, but it's like right here in between these mags. If it was right like there, this would be so much easier. I don't know what the heck's going on. So I can kind of reach between the wheels, and I can get a wrench on part of it, but I don't know if I'm getting on the... Okay, there it goes. It's gonna go flat. Oh, this is so stressful. It's all coming out. Sooner or later, this has got to sink. Does that mean it's seated, or is it just out of air? I'm going to stick my hand in there and see if I can turn this with my fingers. Yeah. So it's not tight enough. There is still some air in there. It's like 20 pounds in there. So I'm going to put some air in this and keep working on it. Might be getting there. Now, before I do anything, see if I can get this. This just seems wacky to me. Okay, why is the bolt on that side? That's crazy. It should be on this side. I wonder if there's one for the right and one for the left, and I got it on the wrong one here. That would, no, it's the same. You stick that in there, that bolt's on the freaking inside. And it occurred to me maybe I can flip this. So I'm looking at this clip. It's definitely on there. So I'm going to flip this. It's pretty easy. That's just not going to hold. But $20. See if we can put some air in it. My concerns. This clip that holds this on, it's just not on there very well. And with the centrifugal force, so I may have to do some kind of modification to this to see to it this thing doesn't slip. This is gonna have to, I'm gonna have to put like a socket on that, make it tight as a mother. Will the valve, will the hubcap go over all this? That will be another question. Lots of questions. There it is. The very tip of it. So I got to get that wrench tight. Let's see if we can see it from over here. Yeah. Alright, well, I feel like this can't be tight enough, but that just seems very inadequate to me. Look at that, that just wiggles. Tell me that's not gonna come flying out of there. But it's stout enough to get the air gauge on. Look at that, that even turns. So this is kind of lame. I don't have a lot of confidence in this. I can't really tell if the valve on the inside is as tight as I can get it. You know, it's like it don't want to turn anymore, but I don't really know if that's as snug as it needs to be. If there's a failure, I'm gonna probably have a flat tire out there somewhere. So gotta bear all that in mind. But if it works, this is huge. Okay, now let's do part 2. The outside wheel. Now the outside wheel, the valve is facing inward. I don't know. I don't know what genius thought this was all the way to do this. But I've got some adapters here, so let's see if I can put one of these, this one right here, it'll bring it this way, facing me, so I can check it. There it goes. Same deal. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now, can I get the wrench on it? Yeah. Question, this is how tight's tight. Now I can check it. Isn't that slick? £80, just like that. But will it hold? Watch this. The whole thing's turning. I can't really tell. And this thing, it turns independent of that. It's really hard to get this like super tight. Okay, I haven't kicked this in yet, but it looks like I'm probably gonna have to pop the hubcap to check. 'Cause look, this bracket. Yeah, I don't think the hubcap's gonna go on with that on there. That sucks. Like I said, there's a lot more to this than I ever thought, and I'm not. I mean, I want my hubcaps on there, so that's still recessed in there pretty good. I don't know, let's give it a kick. Nope. Nope. More research? Or I go hubcapless. Well, still on the learning curve. Oh, no matter how you slice it, these are a pain. It's on there. One, I don't know if the valve on the inside tire is as tight as it needs to be, or is that it can be. I can hardly see in there. The wrench looks like you don't want to turn anymore. Then the clip, the C-clip on the mag, is interfering with the hubcap, so I'll mess with that. But I gotta tell you, these things are a pain one way or the other. Whether you just keep the valve stem short and you try to just weasel your hands in there, that is epic pain, especially if you're trying to check them often. And installing these things has been a real real pain and lots of questions. Lots of questions regarding it. So best thing I could do right now is to just, you know, it's getting dark here, is just come back in the morning or just kind of tinker with it, slow down. I'm just going to slow down with it. And if I can get this to work though, it's going to be great. I think that I just have my doubts that that weeny little C-clamp is gonna stay put. I have a feeling if I do go with this and I do try to travel with it, I'm gonna have to check it often, and that's kind of a pain too. You know, just constantly popping the hubcap off and checking it. You know, because it might be coming loose in there. So I don't know. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, I'm gonna buy an RV and go camping. No, you're not. Not if you can't figure this part out. It's just one of those things you don't necessarily think about until you're dealing with it. I did. I knew what this day was going to come. I knew that dualies were. I've heard people talking about them, and I've seen videos, and I'm like, that looks like a pain in the butt, and it is. But it's worth it.
Will this work? Will the C-clamps hold in place? Will we get a good air seal? And will the hubcaps go on? And will we ever discover the mysteries of the particle wave duality? Find out next time on part 2 of Valve Stem Extensions on #1 RV Nut.